Hey, what's going on? The other day I saw a post online. It was basically some words as a picture, and what it what it said was whenever say your friend gets you know buys a car, and you brag about you just paid yours off, and or they just started college and you brag about having a master's degree or something. You know, it was letting people just enjoy what they have and enjoy their moment. And I think that's just something that a lot of people just, I'm guilty of it. Friend will say, "Hey, I did this," and it's like, "Oh, that's awesome. I just did whatever," and it's like, you know, they're trying to be they're all happy about what they did, and instead of, it's like you kind of you support them, but then you kind of twist it to say, "Hey, but I did this." So, let people have their time. I don't know if you don't normally do that, it takes a little bit of adjustment, and you know, if you choose to do that, you know, it's your decision. But I'm trying to do that. Um, I think an area where you could argue for that, it's all right to kind of brag is like if a if say you and your friend are both taking finals or doing taking a test or doing something where it's y'all both going for the same thing or a similar thing, and you're pretty much just you're both sharing your results of whatever it is that y'all did at the same time. Hey, I just y'all both going on a job interview that week, and your friend tells you, "Hey, I just got a call from them. They gave me a job. All right, man, that's cool. My people just the place I was applying just called me too. You know, it's not you're not trying to one up the person. It's not like saying, "Oh, hey, you just got a job. Hey, guess what? I just made 10 years at the company I've been with. And I just got a promotion or something. And I think too, you can kind of bring that as to like social media, especially. Someone will post something and it's like instead of responding to they post a picture of a new camera. It's like, oh, that's cool. And they post like they bought the Mark II of a camera, and you're bragging. You go posting there. Hey, that's cool. I just picked up the Mark III. It's like nobody. They were just sharing their camera. They didn't ask, hey, what model do you have? You know, may, let people enjoy, or maybe not so much saying, hey, I have this version of it, but saying something to the effect of, they bought the Mark II, and you're like, hey, well, why didn't you buy the Mark III? You know, it's just let people enjoy their successes. Um, Another thing I wanted to uh, talk about is I've made videos before talking about like going to like a more minimalist uh, gear setup, and I was kind of doing some thinking last night, and the one thing if you are trying to downsize your equipment that you're bringing with you, you know, say you're used to bringing, this, you know, you, I don't know, I would say, you're this powerful laptop and you're trying to downsize, and you decide, okay, I'm gonna go to a tablet, but on the tablet, trying to edit your photos is gonna take forever and it's gonna be more of a headache, you know. always, kind of consider what it is. What benefit versus outweigh the pros and cons on it. Another thing, and I'm not gonna mention what part I used just in case it ends up messing up the camera, which I don't believe it will. But and I'm not recommending you do this. I tried it and it happened to work, and I don't foresee anything that could cause a problem, but who knows? On my X100F, I was looking at remote shutter releases, and that you can buy, the third-party ones for $10, $15. Well, I've been having a shutter release, remote shutter release for a different camera, different brand, everything, but it was the same plug, and I figured, you know what? The shutter release isn't putting any power into the camera, and I'm kind of thinking if it doesn't work, it probably if I plug it in and it does, and it's not wired up the same, it'll probably just not work, you know, or the camera will give, either not work at all, or the camera will give some kind of error, saying incompatible, whatever. I mean, it's 2019. Products are, there's more digital stuff. There's more checks to make sure, hey, this is the right thing. Think about it on cameras when you use a third-party battery, and it's like, hey, don't use this, incompatible battery. Use Sony battery or whatever brand battery it tells you. So plug the shutter release in there, and it happens to work just fine. You half press the shutter release, and it focuses. You completely press it, and it takes the photo. The only thing I haven't tested yet was to see if the bulb function works, but I'm assuming if those two work, and the bulb function is just locking the shutter button down, it should work. So, we shall see. But that's about it, I guess. Unless I come up with something else to yap about. Have a good one.